Hello and welcome to the finale of Mario Tennis Power Tour. Finally here, before the bonus episode thing. So, looks like Mario and Peach lost to Bowser and Waluigi. These teams make no sense. And there's no Wario, probably because it would be difficult to make a really fat 8-bit, or a 8-bit, 32-bit sprite. Right. Oh, yep, the button's still sticking. That's good. But it's not nearly as bad. It only seems to come up at certain times. I think it's been loosened up at the very least. So I can definitely use it. Lob it over. No. Oh. Yeah, but it is still annoying. I'll definitely... No, okay, I'm trying to lob, and it wasn't working. There we go. Yeah, this is actually really annoying. I didn't realize how, yeah, the button is kind of, well, still messed up. Like, as much as it was originally, really. Ah. I honestly, all these times I'm trying to lob it, but the button is just not letting me. And then she gets in my way. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, somebody who actually has time to react to you hitting the ball. That makes sense. This would be so much easier with that button, because honestly, it all hinges around. I mean, the main strategy in doubles is to lob it over the closest player, or the closest opponent. Bit of a problem when yeah, I probably could have done the power shot there, but I wasn't thinking. I was just focusing on the A button actually working. That's good. There we go. Anyway, yeah, basically, you know, the strategy in doubles really is to lob it over the player in the front of the court. Which would be... Oh, wow. Didn't expect her to actually use that. Which would be pretty easy if the button worked. I think I've mentioned this a few times. Pressing it individually, it's fine, but pressing it like, you know, one after the other, because of the sort of horizontal movement over it, it's kind of annoying. Just after I say that, it seems to be working perfectly fine now. That's annoying. It's both relieving and annoying at the same time, which makes sense, of course. Right. And final point, get this over with. Managed to make up for that sort of bad game. That's just impractical. No, why did Waluigi have to make an entire pole, then jump over to the right, the opposite side of where the ball is, just so that he could swim, and not very convincingly with the sprites in this game, across and get the ball? Like in Mario Party Tennis, because all the Mushroom Kingdom characters had the same power shots as in the GameCube game Mario Power Tennis. But obviously in this game they had to scale it down to a 32-bit system, and not one that uses discs like the PlayStation. Then again, the Atari Jaguar managed, and that was well, in reality it was actually a 32-bit system, even though they called it 64-bit. I mean, granted, it wasn't good, but it was at least 3D, you know, had 3D polygons. Barely any games on the... There were games on the Game Boy Advance that had 3D, but not many. You know, like actual, like, polygonal 3D, not, you know, like Mode 7 type stuff, like the F-Zero game or Super Mario, or Mario Kart Super Circuit, rather. That was a good move. I'm complimenting myself now. Great. Yeah, this... It gets kind of easy when you're in the front of the court, and I can't believe how well the button's working. Now that I said that, I probably just jinxed it, and it's not going to be working again. Yeah. Being in the front of the court basically means you could just always hit the ball, and since you actually know the exploits, really, of this game, because I don't think it was intentional that you can just easily lob the ball right over your opponent. I was trying to lob it all those times. I just stole the ball from her. Almost. No, I just ended up wasting it. Wasting the power shot. Brilliant. I was trying to use the power shot, but I wasn't quick enough. Anyway, let's see. There was a game called Star X, which was Star Fox, but they took out the FO. Basically, that's what it was, and that was quite a volley. Oops. There we are. Except he actually did something. It obviously wasn't exactly the same, but it might as well have been. It was very, very similar. And it, you know, it had the same sort of Super FX chip-like graphics. Let's see. There was the Tron game. Tron 2.0, which I've gone into in great lengths before in one of the episodes, I don't remember, about the chronology of the Tron universe. How does that work, though? And let's see, there was Super Monkey Ball Jr. Sorry about that. And that was sort of a... yeah, that was 3D. And I've been avoiding it, but I'm gonna have to say it. I don't even remember the name. I just know it was bad. Quad Racing Fury. That was another Game Boy Advance game that had, like, actual 3D. It wasn't, like, polygonal, but it was sort of... it was still, like... actually 3D-ish, you know, and I actually had some 3D to it. That game, though, is terrible. I have it, actually. It's like, it is... it's not good. Let's just put it that way. I honestly, it's hard to describe why it's bad. It's just bad. And I'm not just saying that, like, to, you know, you know, like, make an excuse like I don't actually dislike it, but, you know, I do, you know, or... you know, I heard somewhere that it was bad and I wanted to agree to fit in or whatever. It's not like that. It's actually a pretty awful game, but it's hard to describe why, because it's just, you really would have to, like, maybe not play it. You probably wouldn't have to play it to see, but it's, like, you know, bad games, generally you can explain why they're bad. Look at that! Okay, no, he's not swimming, he's flying. Maybe that's the emulator I'm using. Yeah, that might be it. I bet it is the emulator that I'm using. The graphics are probably glitching a little bit. I believe that. That makes sense. Because the... I don't know, it looks really bad, and they could have just moved Waluigi's sprite down, and it would have worked. I don't really get why that would be the case otherwise. I mean, he's clearly not swimming. He's clearly flying. Or maybe there was like it was more like a pole. Maybe it was more like a pole where the whole, like it's sort of a, you know, there's depth to it, and maybe that's what's not displaying. Maybe there is a little bit of 3D in this game, in this emulator, no likey it. Or maybe it sort of doesn't have enough of it to trigger that part of the game, the emulator's emulation, because I've played the Tron game on, well, actually an online embedded version of this. I've probably mentioned it, the Vizd website, several times now in this LP. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that it's working again, but it is working again. So, you know, there's that, but I'd rather use the emulator anyway, but I just haven't bothered, really. Anyway, I'm about to win the championship, so maybe I should shut up and then, well, I don't know, do something. Speak about the game, maybe? Well, I am speaking about the game. I'm speaking about why that animation makes no sense. And that animation makes no sense was the last words I said in this game during this LP of this game. Right, does that make sense? Probably not. During the actual gameplay portion of the LP. 4 figures again. That'll be, oh, wait, hold on. That looks easier. 556. Okay. Right. Couldn't level up twice. At this point, it doesn't really matter, though. Why am I bothering portioning it out when we won? That's the LP. Very quick match, look at that. 12:40 through. For me, it's probably actually a little less than that for you, just because it's... I mean, obviously I had to record for a little bit before I started. I'm pretty sure those bars are gonna remain static. Even if I hadn't a potential to actually level up past there. Anyway, we are El Victories, sirs. And that's, well, I don't want to say that yet, because there's the credits again. Hey, let's have the credits again! Let's make people sit through this after they've already seen it again. Hiroyuki Takahashi! And I'm not gonna badly butcher Japanese names again. In a really racist, fake, Japanese, way, or, accent. Look, Shigeru Miyamoto, that's what I need to see. So, yeah, wow, it's the finale, and it's really not all that spectacular. I just sort of, it was another episode. Except here's credits. There's Shigeru again. You always gotta like his name appearing in things, I guess. I'm not really sure what to say. How do you comment over credits a second time? I mean, it's really not that easy to, like, What, am I gonna make up new things to make fun of? I don't know. The one guy's name is Fernandez. That's not good material. So suddenly I'm a stand-up comedian. Great. There's Satoru Iwata. He's a guy. You know, the president of Nintendo of Europe is Satoru Shibata. That's funny, because it's nearly the same, and he's in the same position. Let's just end this. And then it shows you the opening scenario, cinematic again. Pre-rendered graphics. Clay. Aiken. No. Ace. It's the test. That was really bad. For the classes. This is more suited for the beginning of the LP, not the end, to actually show you this whole thing. But this is the whole thing, if you really care. Oh, look, the characters are there. I'm not sure if... Yeah, I didn't probably show it, but the beginning of the LP, I didn't... Or at the beginning of... Before you beat the game, all those characters are like mystery. They're like the silhouettes and everything. So after you beat the game, they actually show you the characters. But that's Mario Tennis Power Tour. And thank you for watching the LP. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for that bonus episode. And, yeah. And the next LP, of course. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.